Finally, I found one man I can trust.
This is why our people came to Cuba from Spain again. Do not let the historians fool you. It was not for God or for glory, it was for gold. For 6 generations, my family used it to help women compensate for nature's, let's say, cruelties. Our gold made them beautiful. It is the base metal that all humans crave. The stone that burns.
Well, forgive me, Senor Guzman. When it comes to you, usually I don't question, but I can't believe you brought me here at 6 a.m. for a lesson in metallurgy.
No, I call you here for a lesson in transmutation.
Excuse me?
The ancient art of alchemy. It was the basis for all modern chemistry. For centuries, men with pointed hats sat in dark little rooms and tried to turn lead into gold. And for 2,000 years, they failed, until now. You see, this ingot weighs exactly 1 kilo. Last night, our chain of jewelry stores bought 800 of these for $10 million. But as you can see, it is virtually worthless.
I don't understand.
I have devised a system for transmutation. We take dirty money and we change it into clean money with gold-plated lead. I call it La Mina, the mine. The money comes from the sale of certain pharmaceuticals marketed by our clients from Medellin. Once a day, a courier visits each of our jewelry stores. On an average day, they bring $50,000 in cash to each of the stores in our chain.
20 stores, that's...
$1 million a day. I told you it was a gold mine, didn't I not?
The manager of each jewelry store then makes a trip to the bullion exchange. He uses the cash from the drug transaction to buy ingots of gold. Tens of thousands of dollars worth of gold every week. Incidentally, we also control the bullion exchange. Once this ostensibly legal transaction, the purchase of gold, takes place, the bullion exchange deposits the money with us, here, at the Banco de la Nueva Havana. Now the money is clean. The legitimate profit of the bullion exchange from the sale of gold to a jewelry store chain. After the money is deposited, we wire it to accounts in offshore banks held by our Medellin clients. Banks that I hasten to say are beyond the subpoenas of U.S. law enforcement.
What happens to the so-called gold?
Oh, that is the best part. Since it is worthless, we simply bring it back to our bullion exchange for the next cycle. Occasionally, our couriers are careless, and we have to touch up the gold plate, but otherwise our cost for this transaction is practically zero.
So what's your cut in all this?
For cleaning the money, 4 points off the top. We get another 1% in bank processing and wire fees. But that is not how I got to the 40th floor. You see, at any given time, our clients have upwards of $100 million in the laundry.
But I thought you said you wired it to offshore accounts as soon as the money came in.
In due time, Miguel, in due time. But when it comes to banking, there are often delays.
Meanwhile, you're sitting on top of $1/10 of $1 billion in liquid assets.
Which Miss Stein, your Hilary, has invested brilliantly.
Hillary knows that it's struggling?
No. She believes that she's managing the portfolio of an enormous pension fund. So far, she has used the cartel's money to make a fortune in quick kill investments.
Well, any man who can get rich off the cartel's money has to have the courage for quick kills. Who's our Colombian client?
At this time, it is better for you not to know. The drug war is still heating up, and our client has been on the run for some weeks now.
Does that mean you'll have to shut down La Mina?
Not for months. There are tons of cocaine in the pipeline. The cash still comes in. We turn the lead into gold and get richer. Transmutation, Miguel. The stone that burns.
I'm a fool to want you. I'm a fool to want you. To want a love that can't be true. A love that's there for others too. I'm a fool to to hold you, such a fool to hold you, to seek a kiss, not mine alone, to share a kiss the devil has known. Time and time again I said I'd leave you, time and time again I would wait, then would come a time when I would need you.
Hey, Mike. For you.
And once again, these words
Yeah.
I have to say.
Boy, I hope you didn't order the raw con pollo.
Why not?
The chicken's still alive.
Where the hell are you?
Excuse me. I'm waist deep in pecani sauce. Now just get in here, will you?
It must be wrong, but right or wrong, I can't get along without you.
All right, what was so important that I had to leave the wonderful vibrator bed at the motel?
You were right. He is laundering drug money for one of the cartel members.
Which one?
You wouldn't say, but I think I know how to smoke our client out of the jungle.
Where are you going?
I told you I got a plan.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't work a single here. Now, you either spill it or I'm going to get myself another operative.
Oh, right. Another guy who's stupid enough to get a hair's breadth away from a man who's cheating the Medellin cartel. Look in the yellow pages under psychotic. Look, I gotta run out for a while. I'll be
You
back.
promised me you wouldn't see her after hours.
So I'll keep my eyes closed while I'm there. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I love you. There's no one else. This is business.
Don't take me for granted, Miguel.
Baby, the only thing I want to take you for is a long ride on a fast boat, and this is over. Okay?
I'm a fool to want you. Pity me, I need you. I know it's wrong, it must be wrong, but right or wrong, I can't get along without you.
You know, I remember that skyline when I was a kid. The Day Bank, one or two high rises, the hotels on Collins. Now look at it. Tower after tower of curtain wall glass, 9 out of 10 of them banks. Where do you suppose all the money comes from?
Wealthy investors? Offshore interests who saw America as a safe haven?
Yeah, wealthy investors. The kind who use chainsaws to close business deals.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the money Guzman gives you to invest. It's dirty. It's black.
That's ridiculous. I am managing the portfolio of a pension fund.
Only it's the pension fund of Mr. Guzman. You're buying grain futures with money from the Medellin cartel.
This jealousy thing between you and Guzman has gone way too far. I would like to go home now.
Okay, I want to show you something. See that?
What is it?
This is part of that gold shipment that Guzman had us jumping through hoops for. Ever see gold break before?
But this is...
Lead. Right. He's using it to wash the cartel's money. Your profits from the market are derived from the sale of poison to high school kids. Cocaine, Hillary? That's what your glass tower is built on.
But I still don't...
What, believe me? Try losing money.
What?
Start making some bad investments and see what happens. See who comes to call in the note. I guarantee you won't be the manager of some pension fund.
Derek. Yeah, I know it's early, but I just had a hunch. I want you to sell 25,000 future contracts on winter wheat. I have seen the Ukraine harvest projections. Don't argue with me, just do it.
Shirley's Temple, Shirley speaking.
It's time to move in. Operation La Mina, Part 2.
You know, Mikey, when we started this, as I remember, I was in charge.
Remember what I said. Either you trust me on this, or you go to your phone book and you call psychotics arrest. There's the courier for Guzman's money laundering operation. They call him the albino.
King here's a sled dog. He always knows where the snow falls.
You better be right, Mikey. You damn well better be right.
The lab analysis showed residue of cocaine hydrochloride on 90% of the cash seized. Your Honor, the motion to suppress speaks for itself. The government and its flak-jacketed Valkyries grabbed my client off the street on the word of a confidential informant. Now, I don't want to test your patience, Judge. Admittedly, this man is a predicate felon. If he steps off on this one, they're going to lock him in a box for the rest of his life. Stakes are high. We therefore request that the government come forward with the identity of this so-called CI.
No way, Your Honor.
Mr. Mendoza, kindly instruct your colleague to keep quiet.
If we give up the name of this informant, he's a dead man. We're dealing with the Medellin cartel.
They're asking you to weigh my client's liberties against the word of a phantom.
Your Honor, under McRae versus Illinois, the Supreme Court held that the identity of a confidential informant was not necessary on the issue of guilt or innocence.
But only after the court was convinced through other testimony that this informant was reliable. We petitioned the government for a list of other cases where this informant's word led to convictions. They gave us nothing.
Is this true, Mr. Mendoza?
I'm afraid so, Your Honor.
Your Honor, you cannot let this man walk. He's a courier for a multi-million-dollar money laundering operation. It's so big they call it La Mina.
What about it, Mr. Mendoza? If there's no way to gauge your informant's reliability, you've got no probable cause. Are you willing to produce this man in open court?
We are signing this man's death warrant.
Sit down!
I'm afraid not, Your Honor.
Then I hereby order the evidence suppressed. This case is dismissed.
What you want, Frank?
You bet that's what I wanted. Andrew, we just launched an Exocet missile.
Pan-Oceanic Airline announces the arrival of Flight 235 non-stop service from San Juan.
It says you're Uncle Bill in Boca Raton.
Thanks.
Sure.
Llegué la hora de reclamar nuestro dinero.
Did you not look at the Soviet harvest projections?
Yes, I looked, and I didn't...
Then why did you sell it?
Because I thought that...
You thought! We are down 11-9, and the market has only been open 3 hours.
I know that, Amo. This is our first big hit since I've had the portfolio. I'll bring it back. We'll recover.
You have disappointed me, Hilary. Period.
I said I'd make it up.
Make it up! Make it up! $12 million! Perhaps Santana should get the chance.
Sounds like you've already made up your mind.
Listen, I did not put this fortune together by misjudging talent. I need to know that I made the right choice with you. But the clock is ticking.
What clock? Where is all this pressure coming from?
You have just lost $12 million. Not pressure enough? Just get my money back, or else
What?
I will be forced to make other plans.
Why didn't you tell me what your little plan to trash the fund was really all about?
What are you talking about?
I did what you said. Sold short on winter wheat, and we took a hit for almost $12 million. Now Amo wants to put you in charge of the fund.
Oh, you think I...
You ruined me once before, Michael. God, I was a fool to trust you.
We can't talk here. Come on, let's get out of here.
What? Look, I just risked my job because you kept insisting Amado Guzman was dirty with drugs. Well, I did what you asked, and all I've got to show for it is a bleeding hole in my pension fund, and you haven't given me a single shred of evidence linking this man with either money laundering or the drug cartel.
What's wrong with my word?
You'll forgive me if I let that go by.
Nice. It's the case, right? Always goes back to the case. Do you have any idea what I went through after that drug dealer walked?
Sorry, but I was a little busy trying to reconstruct my career.
It's not about the disbarment. It's about all that poison that I was responsible for.
What are you talking about?
Martinez gotcha. Remember? After the dismissal, he went back to Colombia. Within 3 months, his coke shipments doubled. So every time I pick up a paper and read about some high school OD, or every time some gangbanger blows away a 10-year-old kid in Overtown, I feel it. Because I'm the guy who put him back on the street.
What has this got to do with Guzman?
Maybe nothing. But he didn't get his own power by selling gold chains. Nobody gets rich that fast.
That is pure supposition. You're just fishing.
Yeah? Well, I've been watching him, chasing the paper trail, monitoring his offshore accounts, and guess what? Everywhere his money turned up, there was a little snowman nearby.
If you had all that, why didn't you go to a grand jury?
I was about to when the judge shut me down.
So what do you want me to do?
Go back in your office and keep losing money. This is all gonna break soon. If I'm wrong, you'll never have to see me again. But if I'm right, down another $2 million. Anything from your end?
Nada, we've had customs double-teaming passport control. There's not a trace of cartel activity in Miami. But really, Mikey,
What?
you didn't expect your client to use a passport, did you?
Well, he's got to show somewhere. They're turning the screws down in Bogota, seizing the cartel's assets. Whoever this guy is, he's got to stay liquid if he wants to run.
Who says he's gonna run to Miami?
Willie Sutton.
Who?
Don't you remember what Willie Sutton said when they asked him why he robbed banks?
No.
Willie said he robbed banks because that's where the money was.
Goodbye, Mikey.
Hey, oh God, no.
What happened?
These men came in with guns, and 2 of them pushed into Senor Guzman's office.
Is he in there alone?
No, Miss Steiner's with him.
Ok, ustedes vienen a buscar su dinero. Si yo no paso por esa puerta, no le van a dar nada. Así que deciden.
Míramelo.
¿Está bien? What's going on here?
Shut up and sit down.
Martinez, gotcha. Could have been anybody on the cartel, Amado. This is your client? This scum, this killer?
What's he doing in here? I want my money. Where's my money?
Michael, I'm so sorry.
Where is he?
He's in with Guzman. Look, I had no
There a guy
idea.
outside the door?
Yeah, the same one that hit you. But you have got to believe me. I
Forget
didn't.
it. Look, if you hadn't taken those hits in the fund, we'd never pulled Gotcha into Miami.
This was all some kind of plan?
Yeah.
Who's we?
I'll tell you later.
Long's bookstore, this Bill speaking.
Yeah, Bill, I just checked out the score in the Pan American games. It's Colombia 4, U.S. nothing.
Yeah, who's in at quarterback?
One Jose Martinez Gotcha.
I'm impressed. What do you need, kid?
Interference. If I don't get some heavy blocking, Bill, I'm gonna be out of this game.
Well, don't worry, my nephew. You're covered.
Thank you, sir.
Por favor. Suerte. Un cafecito y una medianoche.
Now, you really don't care about your blood pressure, do you? Now, you see these medianoches, they're just full of cholesterol.
You got no probable cause. How about illegal use of tight pants? I want to speak to my lawyer. What do you want to speak to your lawyer? Martinez Gotchi's in town, and Guzman wants to drop a dime on you for La Mina.
I never gave up La Mina, man. Besides, you're lying. There's no way Martinez Gotcha will come here. No way.
You know, I don't know how to break this to you, but this picture was taken about an hour ago. And the man is in town, and he is very, very angry at you because you're wasting his money. And the way I look at it, you only have one way to go.
You tell me why my intelligence from Colombia is better than yours in Miami. Tell me that.
How shall I know? I don't understand it myself.
La Mina. Your federales are onto La Mina, and I think I know how.
Perhaps the albino got careless.
No, they had an informant. I trust you with 100 million, and I come back to find this stinking pig fed in your office.
Santana, this is impossible.
Tell me why.
Because he's loyal. He had a chance to sell me out for 2 million, but he would not. He knows he's the heir apparent. There's no way he would risk all this. Besides, he hates the feds.
You're forgetting one thing, Amo. He also hates me.
He had no idea it was you. Look, after 60 years, I can look into the eyes of a man and tell what he's feeling. When Michael Santana walked through that door and saw you, he was in shock.
Diga. Los federales cogieron al albino otra vez.
Another arrest?
It was not an arrest. Tomas says he went into witness protection.
You see, Jose? Santana is loyal. It was in his eyes. The eyes never fail me.
What does it matter? The cherry's already broken and the blood's pouring out. I want my money.
How much?
All of it. 100 million. I'll take 5 in cash. You can wire the rest. It's a list of numbered offshore banks. They'll expect it within the hour.
Wait! 100 million. I'm going to need some time.
What? Our deal was liquidity. As soon as you made those deposits, that money was supposed to go out. Now, where is it?
After they grabbed the albino the first time, I took the precaution of moving the money to various local banks. You said yourself the feds were closing in.
All right, then. How long?
48 hours.
You've got 12.
All right, 24. Look, a flurry of wire transfers might spook the authorities. You have to assemble this very carefully, block by block.
You've got 1 day, Amo. If all of my money isn't on its way by tomorrow, I'm going to come back here and cut off your skin. No le quites la vista al viejo.
Sí, comandante.
Pretty fast hands today.
Well, that's what we're there for. How's he taking it?
Like Hitler. Final days in the bunker.
Don't bust him tomorrow before he takes the cyanide pill. As soon as he pays off Martinez Gotcha, we'll close down the show.
You know, when all this started with Vinny, I never knew we'd get this far. I mean, I always knew Guzman was dirty. I never expected to get Gotcha, too.
Well, maybe that's why they call it the Justice Department.
Look, I need a favor.
Mikey, anything for you.
I need to borrow your file of La Mina and those surveillance shots of Guzman and Gotcha.
No. It's a work product. It's an ongoing investigation, confidential.
I said I needed it.
For what?
Nothing that's going to affect your case.
Michael, it's taken some time for me to say this, but you're okay. I like you. Over the past 4 weeks, I've watched you hang yourself out on the line. Now, if there's any such thing as heroism, I'd say you qualify. But you are not a professional agent. Now, I've learned the hard way that if you let your heart drive your work, you're in for big trouble.
This is not about the case. It's about my father. He's invested 30 years of his life with Guzman. The man's his idol. And when that idol falls off the shelf, I don't want to have my father read about it in the Miami Herald.
My files are in the trunk. Go on, take the keys.
Thank you.
Working late, Pop.
Hey, it's good to see you back in a suit. How does it feel to be on the 40th floor with Amado?
No, not too good, Pop.
What do you mean? What's wrong?
This is what's wrong. You know the man in this picture? That's Martinez Gacha, drug lord that got me disbarred.
Gotta be some mistake.
No. The only mistake is the faith you've had in Amado. He's betrayed your cause, Pop. And Banco de la Nueva Habana is a money wash for the sale of cocaine.
No.
Yes. It's all here in the files. The feds are gonna arrest him tomorrow.
No.
Yes. Pop, he started with a dream too, just like you, Cuba Libre. But somewhere along the way, he got off the bus. All those flights in the black for the company, running guns, who knows how it started. Maybe once, on a flight back, somebody carried a package. Just a kilo. That's all it took. After that, he was owned by the cocaine cowboys.
My God.
Yes, Pop, don't you see it? That's where he made his mistake. If he had come clean then, if he had gone to justice and set them up, he'd be a hero right now. But Amado got used to it. Had life off the books. No accountability, special protection. You'd be surprised how intoxicating it is and how rich a man can become when he uses his own private playbook. And pretty soon, the little guy who crawled off the refugee boat in 1961 was having lunch at the White House. It's okay. It's all right.
Like a bump. Justice. You mentioned justice. This is justice. If not for me, then for you.
Pop, Guzman's gonna crash. But our people need to see it. There has to be a public trial. Your friends deserve the chance to confront him. If you end it now, you're doing him a favor. You understand me? You understand me, Pop?
What are you talking about? The face value on those bonds is 17 million. I'm asking 6. The day after tomorrow, I don't have that much time. You will take them for 3-5 in the morning? Why don't you suck the marrow out of my bones, Spiricuaco, beggar dog, harpies, picking at my carcass? A dozen men. I've made them all rich, and now that I need them, they all hide in their shadows.
We have to talk.
What, you too? It's 2:15 in the morning. I'm dying here, and you're asking the same thing from me.
You never said it was drug money.
Oh, drug money! I hired you to trade in commodities. Where Martinez Gacha comes from, cocaine is a commodity. The cash crop for 600 years. Only the false morality of American justice made it illegal.
That is a crock, Amo. It's poison. You've hired an ex-federal prosecutor to build a fortune from poison.
And you never asked where it came from, did you? Never once you asked to meet the head of the pension fund. You did not want to because you are lost in all that challenge of tripling your cash.
I trusted you.
You trusted me. I thought you would learn your lesson after trusting Santana. There's only one person on earth you can trust, my dear, and that is yourself.
You are a cold, lonely man, Amo.
I'm not a cold and lonely man. I'm a rich man. I'm a rich man. Running out of a tunnel before it caves in behind him. Now, you have got a choice. Either you run with me, or you can stand there and whine and get buried. Which is it? You are a co-conspirator. If the feds will bring me down, you will go down too.
I'll take my chances.
Okay, I want you to check the warrants word for word. Keep the scope of the search limited, but button down all his bank transfers for the last 14 hours.
Right.
When we move in on Gacha, I want to link it with DEA, ATF, and Customs. We can expect hostile fire.
We're gonna finish what Santana started.
Got it. Is he gonna be okay with this?
I'll watch him.
Here you go. What? It's instant coffee. What is that, a sin with you Cubans?
You drink it.
Oh, Mikey, we're getting close. Don't lose it now.
You know what the worst part of it is? Being out of it. 4 years ago, I'd have drawn up the warrants myself.
We wouldn't be here without you.
Right.
Oh, Mikey, listen, you've been rehearsing this for 3 years. As soon as Guzman gives Gotcha the money, you'll have your life back.
Yeah. It's just one thing.
What's that?
My father won't have his. Not like it was.
McPike. Miss Stein's outside.
I feel really strange about coming here, but there's something I thought you should know.
What?
Guzman, he's not going to give the money back to Gotcha.
What?
He said something about escaping from the tunnel as it collapsed behind him. He's like a madman up there, selling everything. He's going to run, I'm sure of it.
Hey, we'd better get on the horn to customs at MIA, contact regional airports.
No, he'd never leave that way.
What?
This is a man who got rich flying contraband. He'd never leave the country by conventional air.
Yeah, well, who the hell's going to help him?
You know.
Yeah. Oh, of course, the line's secure. Oh, for Christ's sakes, it's 3 a.m.
It is coming down, Weiler.
What is?
The Enterprise.
Look, I have no knowledge.
Do not jerk my chain, White. I've got records and everything. Your whole supply operation. Guns down, drugs back. It takes a special kind of pilot to land a plane in a mountain airstrip.
I have no...
Listen to me. There is a numbered account waiting for you right now in Zurich. If you get me out, I will take care of you. If you don't, there will be a package sent to the Senate Intelligence Committee. Times, dates, and 4 little words. Contract.
Cocaine.
Weiler. White.
Yeah. All right. There's a P-3 Orion on the tarmac at Homestead, taking on fuel. Now, you've been cleared by base security. Takeoff is scheduled for 0800. The flight plan indicates routine anti-sub recon. 1,300 hours, the plane will experience mechanical problems. You're going to put down on the Grand Cayman Island for emergency repairs. You'll have to make it on your own way from there.
That is not enough.
What the hell are you talking about?
Flight insurance. I want one of my pilots from Air or Lib in the jump seat. You call Paco.
Right.
Make it clean, and you will have your pension.
Yeah, sure, I'll wish I could say I'll miss you.
Weiler. 4:30 in the morning's a little early to be booking travel plans, isn't it? Homestead Air Force Base.
What is it?
Señor Guzmán y Paco. Se acabó lo que se daba. Llegó los federales.
Looks like Guzman took out Gotcha's boy here in an escape. The safe's empty. The chief clerk at the bank reported $10 million missing in securities and cash.
Yeah, well, he never made it down to Homestead. How could he have known we were sitting on White?
Does it matter?
Listen, we still have half of it. Martinez Gotcha.
Yeah, what makes you think they're not in this together?
Well, if they are, Guzman's got a cute way of treating Gotcha's help.
Parking garage. Limo's just pulled in.
You tell your men to stay back. We want to keep this quiet and dark. Let's clear the lobby. They'll be here any second.
Freeze, federal agents. Jose Martinez Gotcha, we have a warrant for your arrest.
Llevo 3 años esperando este momento.
There you go, sport.
This time the warrant's good.
I'll kill you. Michael! No! Michael! Michael! Come on, man.
All right, let's go.
Come on.
Nice and easy. Hands against the wall. Hands against the wall.
Straight up.
You're doing good, Marco. But we're 1 for 2. You got any idea where he'd go?
Tierra, preparate para salir. I need a plane, Rafi. Get out of my way.
30 years, and this is how you repay our struggle?
It has been a lost cause ever since the Bay of Pigs.
No, Amado. You are the lost cause. Traidor.
Rafi, I can see you know everything, but you don't understand anything. You are not hurt because you're losing Cuba. You are hurt because you lost your own son, because I have taken Miguel away from you. That's why. Out of my way, old man. There's no time left. Paco! 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 and run the damn plane. Back off! Want to know about causes? This is the only cause. I need your car, lady. Get out, please. Quickly. I won't catch you.
Stop the car, my brother's been shot.
No. Now, if Guzman gets away, he's got to see you like
I'm
this.
okay, Miguel. Don't let him get away.
Let's go. Shut the door.
Necesito esto. Usted es mi David.
He's going into town. I don't get it.
Come on, move it. We're not gonna lose this guy.
We can't touch him now. He's got asylum.